When you are feeling discouraged, the most important, the most impactful, the most empowering thing that you can do is to take another step, to take action again. You are building trust in yourself, with yourself. Literally, every single time I come to film a video, I am terrified. I am not ready every time. However, I have decided that this is what I am dedicating myself to, is this journey, this path, despite how uncomfortable it is, how behind I feel, how not getting stuff handed to me on a silver platter as fast as other people do. But I show up anyway. I literally have to, I never feel prepared enough. I just know that I work Monday through Friday, and Friday night, I go out and film. Even if I'm not ready. After work today, I had just a little bit of time between my getting home from work and knowing I needed to come out to film because the sun is going down. And I just had to officially just put my bags in the car and go. I'm not ready. That's what you gotta do too. Do it over and over and over. And you're gonna be strengthening those muscles, you know? Okay, I made it. It's pretty, sunset's happening. By taking action, you are building evidence. You are building evidence for yourself, so you can see what you're capable of, so you can see what lights you up, so you can start to see how resilient you're becoming, and you're building evidence for other people in your life. For example, when I first told my grandpa I wanted to be an actor, I don't know, 6 years ago, 7, 8, something like that, years ago, he laughed at me. He was like, "You're joking. You're not serious, are you?" He just thinks it's like a foolish endeavor. Not gonna get me anywhere, not gonna get me any money, blah, blah, blah. And, well, it did take me 4 years to actually start, taking an acting class. But I stuck with it because I liked my experience in the class and I got good feedback from people. And then I ended up doing competitions, and in 2025, when I was living with my grandpa, because when I first brought up acting, I wasn't living with him. So now I'm living with him. I'm still doing some acting classes, and I end up bringing home a first place award in a competition for acting.
The judges were particularly impressed with your ability to act to a Roomba.
Also, this was the first project I've ever been a lead in, so it was interesting. About 2 scenes in, I was like, I'm noticing I have no time to practice my lines. Do I ever get a break? And they were like, no.
So you start to build evidence by taking action. And I didn't get that award overnight. It took me 2 years of participating and growing my skills in that and building connections with people who invited me to do that competition. And my grandpa now refers to me as his little actor. Oh, excuse me, actress. He'd be like, "My little actress. There's my little actress." And I just think that's such a good example of yes, people may not support you who are like in your circle or in your family or blah, blah, blah. At your job, whatever, about something you're interested in, they might like make fun of you or discourage you or encourage you in a different direction. But you have to practice tuning into you, and eventually they will have to believe that this is who you are. I love it. It's fascinating. Okay, I'm gonna put all this crap down. So much crap on me. Growth, clarity, achievement, none of that happens overnight. It happens as a result of continuing to follow the breadcrumbs, folks, to follow your curiosity, to follow the clues, to continue showing up when nobody is there giving you any applause. And you know what's cool? Like, I can personally speak to this. When you keep doing it enough, people who are aligned with you start to show up, start to emerge, start to come and want to be in your corner to support you in what you're doing. I feel this from my very small number of subscribers. Thank you so much. I am so grateful for you. Every time that you guys like one of my videos or give me a comment, which all of your comments, I haven't gotten that many, but like every single one that I've gotten has been so nice, so thoughtful, not just like, hey, great video. Like, you guys actually put thought into the comments, and I really appreciate it. Like that's a really nice confidence boost. And the same will happen for you. You're gonna meet people in environments who vibe with you. And it's just, it's really encouraging, really helps you stay motivated. And think about it, like, won't it be cool when down the road, you can be like, despite all the struggle, look at me now. You were dragged through the mud on this journey. You were knocked down over and over again on your way to what you want in life. And you just kept getting up. You kept getting up. You kept getting up and moving forward. When you're someone who moves forward in circumstances that a lot of people give up in, you start to really build confidence in yourself. You start to, like I said, notice what you're capable of. Notice what lights you up. You start to see that you are becoming unstoppable. That you can go for whatever the heck you want. When you put your mind to it, you stick to it, and you practice patience, persistence, and following your curiosity, it's like fascinating what you achieve. And then you want to achieve more and more. Oh, by the way, I was with a coworker today, and we were like stuck in the car all day because I was supposed to shadow him on a task that I otherwise am never doing. And he was telling me that he has 2 kids. One of them's like a baby, and one of them's, I don't know, maybe like 5. And the 5-year-old was wanting his dad to like explain something to him. And his dad wanted to explain it to him, but it was such a like big idea. Like, it was something that the kid wouldn't be able to really grasp in the way the dad would want to explain it. So the dad was like, I'm not going to explain it to you just yet because I love you. And the kid was like, he didn't say, because you won't understand. The kid was like, why? Why? Just because you love me, or you're not going to explain to me? That doesn't make sense. And he was like, yes, it's because I love you. That's why I'm not going to explain it to you. And he was like, let's say the baby's name is Teddy. He was like, would you feed steak to Teddy? And the kid was like, no, he doesn't have any teeth. And he was like, exactly. He's not ready for the steak yet. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like exactly like the video I'm gonna film later. I love that because, you know, it might be something I think I should have now. You know, the traction of some other people I might see, how fast they're getting traction and just a bajillion views and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? It'd be nice, you think it'd be nice to have that right now, but maybe you're not ready for what the level of what you think you should have right now, because there's a lot of important stuff you are meant to learn in this part of the journey first. So don't give up. You're not having to declare a new identity or reinvent your entire life. Just treat it like, approach it as an experiment. You are experimenting. You are exploring who you are. Every action you take, you are learning what energizes you, what drains you, what feels natural, what feels forced. And when you feel like pulled to make a change, like pivot from whatever you're working on, it doesn't mean that the original choice was wrong or a mistake. Recalibration is part of going along the path. Let the path respond to you. Sometimes it feels like we don't know the next step, but what if the next step appears after you take the first step? See what I did there? We are now in an era of building a life that we want, stacking each win brick by brick. We are no longer staying in a life that keeps happening to us, where we just let it happen. It's easy to confuse discomfort or uncertainty with misalignment. But just because you're feeling uncertain or discouraged or defeated, that doesn't mean that you're on the wrong path. Ask yourself, like, am I feeling that this is wrong for me? Do I feel wrong in whatever I'm trying to do whenever I do it? Does it feel wrong? Or is it simply that I feel uncomfortable and this is unfamiliar? Because if it's unfamiliar, that means that with time, you'll become comfortable. Like, it's just new for you. So it's something you have to stick to and grow with it. There's a difference between, am I feeling fear or is this a no? Because fear is tied to lack of familiarity and discomfort. Discomfort can look like fear, but really it's just discomfort and lack of familiarity. So don't let the fear scare you. But if it's a no, that's a message that you should apply to your life and detach from whatever that is. And an example of no for me is, like, I like to be fit. I like to try. I'm not doing it as much as I like to, but I like going to the gym. But running is a no for me. I do not like, I'm not unfamiliar with running. I don't like it. That's a no for me. Another example would be, like, your career, maybe something you're doing in that arena that you're like, this is a no for me. Like, you have enough information that you can quickly, confidently say, and so you work towards removing that, changing that. But if it's just discomfort, then that's something you can work through and move forward in. Thank you for watching. My name's Kirsten. I created a free alignment check-in worksheet. Link is in the description. Check it out. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you on the next one.